What is up YouTube, I'm Royal, I'm rank 1 Wild Rift, and today we're playing one of the best late game jungler assassins, and that's Ekko. Ekko is one of the most underrated jungle champions, mostly because of his weak early game clear. However, once he gets going, he's absolutely insane at easy assassinations with his third ability jump, first ability follow-up, and the damage on his passive is absolutely insane. And if you can use your ultimate properly, you can completely destroy teamfights, since the damage on that is insane. A lot of top pro jungle players like Nova Long love to play Ekko in the jungle in their solo queue games because of how hard you can carry games if you play this champion properly. He has an incredible AoE stun that lasts for so long, his damage is absolutely insane, and he also has his ultimate, which is just one of the best abilities in the game. Oh, I kind of failed my raptor there. I pulled it out of range, so that's gonna slow down our clear a little bit. We actually see Wukong on the raptors. Using that information, we're gonna immediately go and ping our team, hey look, I wanna fight this. Our Tryndamere has priority top, so I'm immediately pinging my team and getting ready for a fight versus Wukong. We're gonna immediately go in, set up our stun, smite the Skull Crab for extra HP that's gonna allow us to survive. Kinda failed flash there, but that's okay because Aurelion Sol is gonna flash into us. And we're gonna help our team by giving them 2 free kills with this great Skull Crab play. Good job from Tryndamere to have priority in the top lane. Teemo didn't have priority, but he was able to follow up in time, and we're able to get a clean fight that's definitely gonna help with our weak early game. We're gonna go back to farming our camps. Of course, we wanna just get as much gold and as much XP as we can, so we can get out of the early game and start one-shotting camps and one-shotting champions. As you can see, I'm using my first ability to maximize my damage, right? I'm using on the Gromp, then on the way back, I'm walking to the blue buff, so he hits the blue buff as well, maximizing my clear efficiency. And that's something I say in all my videos that I play jungle in, you need to be efficient when you play jungle. Efficiency and time efficiency is just so important. You can't be wasting any time. You need to be clearing your camps as fast as possible. You need to be ganking as much as you can. Every second you're wasting is so bad when you're playing jungle. In other lanes, you can kind of get away with it, since there's not a lot to do until the minion wave spawns and comes to your lane, right? So there's more of a downtime. But with jungle, you have to be efficient. I'm looking for a gank on the Aurelion Sol, because I know he doesn't have flash, but he's playing very safe. We also spotted Wukong in the top lane, so we don't need to worry about any counter ganks on this side of the map. Teemo is actually gonna roam up there. Okay, Wukong is probably his topside jungle. Super important to keep that in mind going forward. And now we're gonna immediately go and clear our bot side jungle. We're gonna be building Nashor's Tooth as our first item. That's gonna help a lot with our clear speed and gives you all the stats that Ekko needs in the early game. I can maybe look for Aurelion Sol again. He doesn't have flash, keep in mind, so I can just jump on him. I'm doing good damage. I get the stun off. I'm gonna wait for my cooldowns, ult for the HP, and jump on him immediately. And we are able to survive. So I backed off and then used my ulti to get back in range as my cooldowns came back up, so we weren't taking turrets for too long. And Wukong is getting greedy. Good cleanup by Teemo. Wukong was getting greedy for us there, but we're able to escape, and Teemo was able to pick him up. We're gonna continue building towards our Nashor's Tooth, and we're only getting stronger from here. This early game has gone fantastic in the top side of the map, which is mostly where we've been playing at. And we've given a huge lead to both our mid laner and our Baron laner. Of course, we're gonna continue clearing. Teemo is actually going for a sneaky roam. This Teemo is playing with the team quite a bit. I like that. Again, I'm using my first ability. Oh, he actually got a kill. Nice. I'm actually using my first ability as much as I can on multiple camps, right? Not just the camp that I throw it on. I immediately jump to the next camp on the way back. Okay, let's see what Aurelion Sol does. We see he's pathing. Perfect predict on our second ability. to get the stun off. He flashes away, but there's no way he's escaping from that. And that's what's so important about Ekko, and this is why he's so good if you're really good at the game. If you're able to predict what's gonna happen in the future, Ekko is such a strong champion. So I've played so much Wild Rift and so much League of Legends, and I have a lot of experience of where players are gonna be 2 to 3 seconds in advance, allowing me to hit great second abilities and get some massive stuns. So we're gonna do the Herald. As I always say, Herald is way better than Dragon. And we're gonna drop it in the mid lane. I do want to get a few ult attacks. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna have to ult out. Aurelion Sol's second ability is just completely demolishing me. Or his third ability, I think that is. Pulling me back in. Sucking me up. But we're able to get the first turret, and that's what's important. And getting mid lane first turret unlocks the whole map. This is why when I play jungle, I always try to do Herald into first turret mid lane, because now Teemo has unlocked the whole map for him to roam. It's super easy to gank the side lanes and dive the side lanes once you've gotten rid of the mid lane turret, and it's really hard for the enemy mid laner to follow up, because if he overextends, it's gonna be really easy for me to go after the Aurelion Sol. So definitely try to get mid turret whenever you can. Here's Wukong, we're 2 levels up on him. We're gonna throw our stun out, and we're gonna hit it once again. Another great prediction of where Wukong is gonna be 3 seconds in advance. And as you build more and more experience with Ekko, and you get good at hitting those stuns, the champion is so effective. We're just gonna wait for Aurelion Sol in the mid lane. There he is, he's gonna go farm his wave. And this is exactly why we take mid turret. This is exactly why we take mid turret. They actually DPS us quite hard, but we're gonna be able to get the kill with our ultimate and our stun, another great stun. But once you take the mid turret, it's so easy to catch out the enemy mid laner if they ever overextend, while also being allowed to easily roam to the side lanes. We're gonna clear the mid wave to make sure the enemies can't do much. Actually, I don't want to base yet. I want to get my Rabadon's death cap as soon as possible, and all my camps are up. So I want to clear my camps, base, and then my camps will be respawning, so I can get them more times and maximize my gold income. Which, like I said, super important in the jungle. You want to be killing your camps off cooldown so that they respawn more often and you get more of them. We're gonna go help our bot lane. What is our damage? We can continue fighting this. We can dive them. Have my ulti up. I can jump on the Zeri, get the kill, and ult out. Oh, I'm just gonna go for the Sona. Yeah, I just went for the Sona because I'm pretty sure I was dead to Aurelion Sol no matter what. Actually, I did have a Soraka. Maybe I could have tried to play with the Soraka heals. So maybe that was a bit of a mistake on my part. Maybe if I played with the Soraka heals, that fight could have been better. I just thought, oh, I might as well, I'm probably dead here, I might as well go for the Sona. So that might be a mistake on my part. And Teemo played that fight really bad with that flank, but that's okay. We still have a massive lead. We're not going to be able to get our death cap right away, but we're going to go back to farming for it. Because once you get those 2 items and boots, you're so unstoppable with Ekko. You're so strong. It's just a matter of getting to those 2 items quickly, which we're doing this game because we actually got a great early game from some very smart plays. Is Zeri going to overextend here? No, she's not going to overextend. We're just going to clean up the wave since Tryndamere is not here to catch it. We only need 70 gold for our death cap. We're just going to clear up blue buff and then go get that and start taking over this game. I'm so excited for you guys to see how strong Ekko becomes in the late game when played right. This early game has actually gone really good for us. So now we have our 2 item power spike. We're going to continue into the Lich Bane to maximize the damage from our 3rd ability. And then we're going to go Oblivion Orb. We're going to be going full damage build. Sometimes you might need Crown a little earlier, but I don't think I necessarily need it versus their team. It's only the Wukong ultimate that can catch me by surprise. Okay, we can get a good engage on the Sona here. She actually exhausts us. Yeah, we need to back off. Zeri's walking into our ultimate, and we're still able to one-shot her. Even though she had a massive shield, we still one-shot her. You need to be super careful not to be walking into Ekko's ultimates, man. They do so much damage. We can chase this down. Okay, I'm thinking Tura, I don't like that, but I'm gonna get my first ability. Perfect timing. We get the Sona as well. Another great play. I'm playing out of my mind this game, low-key. Ekko is one of my favorite champions. I played him in the mid lane quite a bit. However, he is slightly better as a jungler, I feel like. Since he can't get that much gold in the mid lane, the jungler can get a lot more gold in the early game. Oh, what is Wukong doing? This is my jungle now, Wukong. We're gonna pick up an 8th kill. Maybe we can go on the Zeri too here. We have our ultimate up. We're gonna get her flash. But look how easy it is to just do third ability, first ability, ult attack. That combo did 80% for HP, and it's like impossible to miss. And then we can ult out, we can walk away with the movement speed we get from our passive. As long as we proc our passive, we just do so much damage. We're actually very close to our Lich Bane. I need 100 more gold. Usually I would probably get Proto Belt before Lich Bane. But if we're able to get the Lich Bane as a whole, it's a lot better to just do that. Trying to see if I can catch out the Zeri. She has no flash, remember, she just used it. I did some good damage on her. Maybe I could have ulted that. It would have been risky because the rest of my team wasn't there. And I didn't want to take an unnecessary risk. I don't have stasis or anything, so if I ult in there, I need to do something, you know? So I'm not going to take that risk even though that looked like a juicy ult. Now we're in our 3-item power spike. We're 5,000 gold ahead of the enemy jungler. And this is where Ekko begins to shine. Our damage is just brutally insane right now. And it's only going to get higher. Look how fast we're farming these jungle camps as well. Compare that to like the earlier levels where we're struggling. Ekko becomes so good at clearing jungle camps later into the game. So once you get 2 to 3 items, you can keep farming really quickly to get to those 4th and 5th items extremely quick. Ekko also has one of the highest AP scalings in the game. On his passive, his ultimate, and his first ability. He has really high AP scalings. So if you can get a lot of AP on him, it's gonna be an absolutely great late game. So my team is fighting topside while I'm split pushing. It was a weird fight from my team. I have no idea what they're fighting for, right? There's no objectives there. However, that does give me an opportunity to get the bot lane turret. Okay, Akali. Ooh, I thought she would ult into me. Okay, she flash away. I can follow the flash. Okay, we're still gonna clean her up. I guess she didn't have her ult up, but I thought that she was gonna ult into me. So I immediately ulted to make sure she doesn't escape. The enemy team is actually doing Baron, so I have no time to waste. I need to jump there immediately. Oh, it's very low. I need to jump in. I one-shot the Wukong, and I'm able to clean up the Baron as well. With no smite. Who needs smite when you can just one-shot the enemy jungler? We're popping off this game. That was a great play, and we have enough gold to get our next item. However, I do want to clean up my jungle first. We're gonna go for the Oblivion Orb. And now we can go Proto Build if we want to. However, I think at this point, I might as well go Stasis. Since I'm already so... Like, Proto Build is more of an early game gank item. But since I'm already so far ahead, I think I might as well get Stasis later into the game. Stop some of that Kylie damage. Oof, we're able to catch her just in time. That damage is insane. We just used first ability, right? We just used our third ability to engage. First ability and 1 ult attack. That was all that was needed to proc our passive and just completely one-shot the Zeri. This is like the easiest one-shot of all time. You don't even have to hit a skill shot because you're right next to her with your first ability. But even if you miss it, you can just ult attack twice to proc your passive, and that will usually be enough as well. Absolutely brutal. We're gonna start looking for dives with our second ability shield here. What is that damage on the Sona? This is exactly what I'm talking about. Our damage is insane, and we always have our ulti to escape as well. We should be able to just end the game here. Oh, I'm gonna ult out since I got stunned under the Nexus. My ulti only has a 20-second cooldown, right? So it's no issue whatsoever using it. It's a bit of a tricky fight. Oh, and the game ended. Perfect. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this Ekko gameplay, leave a like and subscribe for more Wild Rift content.